Seizures took over my life, so I would have quite convulsive seizures. I was a teenager, so couldn't go to sleepovers, go out to parties, and couldn't study.
I was 23, so I'd lived a long time in my life with no seizures. I had stopped working, I'd stopped studying, I just couldn't recall all the information.
I had to have someone watching me and listening out for me.
It took me a long time to get to the Austin and get diagnosed properly.
About 1 million people currently alive in Australia will be diagnosed with epilepsy at some time in their lives.
Finding the right pathway to get the best care is incredibly difficult.
The medication that works best and has the minimum side effects is often difficult to find.
It's a lifelong disease, we need lifelong solutions. The Australian Epilepsy Project's a really exciting opportunity to change the lives of patients with epilepsy.
A lot of epilepsy diagnosis is done in silos. People will have an EEG, they'll have an MRI, some genetic screening. The one thing that this project offers is an integration of all that.
The gold is in the large data sets, which only we can do with a project like this.
The only effective way to draw insights out of that data is to use AI.
Algorithms that explore much richer data sets and look for patterns in those data sets.
Feed that back to their clinicians so that early decisions are made for their best outcome.
By putting the data out there, it actually multiplies the impact that we can have.
To create a national network where it'll be very obvious what the pathways are and everyone will have access to that pathway.
It's not just a resource for Australian researchers, it becomes a resource for researchers all around the world.
We will have a higher standard of healthcare at a cheaper cost, and not only that, create jobs in industry where we will have products through such a large project, supercharging medtech really.
Potential's huge for this platform. It's going to be transformational for people's lives.
Our program is an exemplar of how healthcare is going to be in the future. With artificial intelligence framework in a specific disease is going to apply for all brain disorders.
The possibilities are tremendous.
It gets people potentially into work and participating in a community much earlier.
I've been seizure-free for 5 years. It shouldn't be that I'm lucky.
Every patient with epilepsy in the world should have this standard of care.
We've got one of the best, most productive research centres in the world for epilepsy.
If we don't get on board now, Australia will miss out and will be importing these solutions rather than being central to the solution.